So let's get straight to the point. First of all, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like you guys mentioned, my name is Quaison. It's like Jason with a Q. As you can tell, I probably say that a lot. It means to be born on Sunday because I was born on Sunday, but that's not why I was named
Okay.
Quaison.
Fitting, very
So
fitting.
yeah, it's like one of those things where it's just I have like a whole spiel because of how unique my name can be. It's like Ghanaian. But enough about my name. My background really it has been like since graduating, kind of graduate school, was really in advertising. I worked at some of the big ad agencies in the world. So Gray, DDB, Crispin Porter. That was like the first agency that came out of right out of school. Um, as really a producer as well as like a strategist. So my job was really to go and build lots of cool digital experiences for all the brands that you know, right? So a lot of the digital experiences that you have for brands like Macy's and Burger King and Samsung, right? Benjamin Moore, if you're like, this is like a paint company. So that's kind of was my bread and butter for a lot of years. I also moonlighted a lot as a consultant and educator for like a startup school called General Assembly, where like I'm part of the faculty, and really what I do there is like I help brands and individuals kind of build their digital marketing expertise and curriculum. So I spent a lot of time working on the inside of Procter and Gamble, and like working with their marketing teams and helping them build out their SEO, helping them build out their paid search, helping them build out their tooling, and really just staying ahead of the curve in terms of the best ways of engaging users through digital experiences, um, and and really converting them down the funnel. So that was like my that was my job, right? And just because of the nature of like my job and who I am, I actually found out about crypto like relatively early. It's like one of those funny stories where I had one of my good friends. Shout out to Julie. She was dating this guy who was working at Microsoft, and he was purchasing things through this, website called Silk Road. And he Julie was telling me about it and saying like, oh, and there was this thing where I was like, how do you buy it? How does it not get tracked by you? And like I wasn't really interested in it, but I was like, this sounds kind of interesting, like from a technical standpoint, or just the technology in itself, right? Using onion routers and things of that nature. And she was like, oh yeah, there's this Bitcoin thing, and that's like it's like its own internet currency. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. And that kind of got like filed in my head. And that sat with me for about a year, right? So this was probably like early 2012 or somewhere in the 2012s. And then 2013 is when Coinbase launched. I forgot what month it was, but I jumped right on, right? Because I was just like, oh yeah, this thing is actually a real thing. Okay, we're doing that.
Tell us about your project, Lost Worlds. Like, can you define it in a nutshell? What it is, what it's doing?
The simplest way that we talk about Lost Worlds is says we're bringing real world utility to the NFT space with location based NFTs, right? We realize that the NFT space is can be very niche. A lot of us kind of take pride in the novelty as well as the friction that is it, like we're in our own little ecosystem. It's like those people who spend a lot too much time in 4chan. Like they just really enjoy their little groups. And there's a fourth wall that needs to be broken for the NFT space to reach its maturity, right? To fulfill its true destiny, which is to be available and usable by all people. And we just want to do our little part by creating this idea of geographically bounding an NFT to a physical location for people to have an experience that is both physical as well as digital, right? Pairing the real world and the metaverse is really what we want to get into.
Why Lost World?
The name?
That was the first. Yeah, yeah. Because I imagine
Yeah.
something like more mysterious, right? Like I don't know, like a
Yeah.
lost kingdom or something. What's
Yeah.
behind?
I'll say it this way, right? Like if you think about what we built, right? You can literally be standing on an NFT right now, right? Like, and that NFT could theoretically only be minted where you're standing. And if you move 5 feet to the left or 5 feet to the right, you cannot access that NFT, right? In essence, what we did is we created a new dimension, right? A different universe, right? A world that is lost to you in physical reality that you cannot access, that you can, with our app or through our platform, you can access that lost worlds, and you can create your own worlds and realities that allow users to engage with. So we have two projects, one called Continents. So in essence, it's you can mint there's only 250 you can mint the continent that you're standing on, right? You can mint a video.
Okay.
It's literally a video with sound, like 3D rendering of the continent that you're standing on. We have a secondary marketplace so people can buy and sell those continents, and if you mint all of the continents, or you have all the continents, you have the right to burn those NFTs to earn one global NFT, right? And that there's like a
Oh,
one of
piece it
five.
together.
Yeah, you can piece it
Yeah.
together, and then you win rewards and prizes and things of that nature, right? So that's one that's going to be really cool. You Antarctica is like a weird one. We were like, wait, should we make people travel to Antarctica? We're not. We're actually going to use the Antarctica more like a whitelist. So the way you do that is you hop into our Discord and you engage. You need to get to a certain rank, or you need to hold one of like some of the more notable NFTs within the Avalanche ecosystem.